Okay, I went over in another video here about this guy here. A little Raspberry Pi. It's actually a Raspberry Pi clone. The Odroid W is inside here. This is a gutted Gameboy Advance SP, and I turned it into an emulator mini computer slash whatever that is in the form factor of a Gameboy Advance SP. And it retains all the functions except for the speaker right now, and it worked out pretty good. Some limitations on the screen and getting things to fit and quality, which led me to wanting to do something a little different, especially if I could use an actual official Raspberry Pi, and especially a Raspberry Pi 2, which is a lot more powerful. And so I got this off of eBay. It is a broken Nintendo DSi XL, and there you go. It's nice. It's cool little. It's apparently a Super Mario Brothers 25th anniversary version, I guess. Anyways, there it is. As far as I know, it doesn't work. I don't have a power cord for it, but my idea here is to do one out of this. If you depopulate the circuit board on a, is this the 2? Yes, this is the 2. If you depopulate some of the components on a Raspberry Pi, as you see in a lot of other projects, you can get it a lot skinnier. And this should have no problem at all fitting inside here. And I made sure to get the XL version just to give myself a little more space. And so we'll be able to get that in there. A whole bunch of 5-inch HDMI screens have been surfacing on the internet for pretty cheap. So I bought one for about 26 bucks, and it's coming from somewhere in China. And hopefully it'll be here soon and it won't catch on fire when I turn it on. And it should fit in this top lid. I'm almost certain I'm going to have to recut the screen size somehow, with a Dremel or something, and try to be careful. But it should still fit within the space, and it's not HD. I forget what the resolution is, but it's going to be a lot better than the composite screen here that I was using here, and it's going to be also be better than the GPIO screens because it's not going to use CPU cycles to render the screen, and it will be a little bit better resolution to the screen as well compared to the other GPIO screens. I should look up the resolution. And then on the bottom half where this screen is, I want to take the screen out and replace it with like a little one of those miniature keyboards like you see that people get for phones, or just small little portable Bluetooth keyboards or something. I'll probably just rip out just the keyboard part just to keep everything thin, and it'll actually be kind of a game player slash Pi laptop. And buying an old used Game Boy like this just really simplifies the project so much. It makes it so much nicer. Just things like the hinges and the internal casing. Doing that yourself, maybe if you have like a 3D printer, it might be a lot easier. But even then, from what I've seen on the internet, I haven't seen anyone have a case as slick as the one that's made by like a company like Nintendo. Just a nice little boom. That's why I went with the Game Boy Advance SP instead of like another Game Boy, is I really like the clamshell thing here. It protects the screen a little bit and makes it clamp down like a little laptop or something. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna open this guy up, gut him, and get started on that. One of the reasons why I also like gutting an existing one is I can use the original connectors for the buttons, and they already have a way of being in there and a good feel to it, at least decent. I'm sure people have various opinions, very strong opinions about controllers for some reason, but for emulator purposes, or maybe some light media browsing or viewing, I should say, it should do really well. But yeah, and not only that, but like on my original here, I'll have an HDMI connector hopefully exposed, so you can hook it up to a regular TV, use like a wireless controller, or use the internal controller, or even use like a USB controller like the old Buffalo Classic. I really like that guy there. Hopefully it'll be a nice little inexpensive project, especially for someone who does not have a 3D printer or any of that fancy stuff. And I'll hopefully document all of this and you know, show people how they can do it, or at least get some feedback on what I'm doing and what I can improve on, and have some fun with it.